Day, but I want to bring in now, get to the political side here, Steve Cortes, spokesman for America First. Steve, thanks so much for joining us.
Morning.
As Bernie dropped out, and we were on the air when that happened yesterday, the market shot up. Coincidence or not?
Right, probably not a coincidence. But look, I'm also really making an appeal to Bernie voters because my message is this. You know, we on the populist right, we understand and respect the Bernie movement, the anti-establishment ethos that drove their entire crusade. And I really am making an overture to them. And I'm not trying to insult the intelligence of any Bernie supporters and pretend that we don't have serious policy disagreements, because we do. But on the biggest issue, Ashley, that I think is facing America in 2020, the issue of the Chinese Communist Party and the existential threat that the CCP is to the national and economic security of America, I think the Bernie movement and the Trump train can coalesce on this issue, because there's not much daylight between the two of us when it comes to policy versus China. So particularly in the effort to protect the prerogatives and rights of American workers vis-a-vis China, I think this is a place where we can see a coalition of the populist left and the populist right. So I invite the Bernie bros and the Bernie sisters to take a look at our movement. You do not want to vote for Beijing Biden. He is not your candidate. He's a globalist, corporatist. You belong with us now that Bernie is no longer in the race.
I haven't heard that before. Beijing Biden. All right, maybe that will gain some traction.
I'm trying to get that
Steve,
trending.
Very quickly. I know, I can tell. Listen, I think Sanders said he's going to keep his name on the ballot, and I have a feeling that a lot of the Bernie bros and sisters will vote for him anyway, just to make a statement,
Sure.
which really hurts Biden, right, who's trying to be a little bit more moderate. He's not wanting to be pulled as far left as they would like him to. All of this adds up to it's Donald Trump's race to lose, would you not say?
I think for sure. Look, when we look at Joe Biden, number one, on this issue of China, which, again, I think is going to be the foremost issue of the November election, he has been completely complicit with the Chinese Communist Party for decades, going all the way back to his Senate career. So he's totally compromised on the issues of China. In addition to that, I really just think that this is a hollow candidate. This is a fighter who, quite frankly, no longer belongs in the ring. That will become more apparent when he has to go toe-to-toe against the heavyweight champ, Donald Trump, particularly into debate. So, you know, again, I think there's a very real potential for us to draw some of those Bernie voters over to our side. I cannot see them clamoring for the DNC corporate media candidate who is Joe Biden.
All right. Well, we'll find out, of course. Let me bring in Lauren Simonetti if we can. Lauren, the CDC has apparently new guidelines for essential workers returning to the job after they've been exposed to the virus. What does that look like? What does it include?